Please be seated. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. As you wait for the people to come in, Girl Be Heard, we usually pride ourselves on starting on time. So persons will just fall in as we begin our program. So good evening again and welcome to Girl Be Heard Trinidad and Tobago Unplugged, Girl in the Mirror. I am Akai Webster, Program Manager of Girl Be Heard, and one of the directors of B Entertainment, the parent company of Girl Be Heard here in Trinidad and Tobago. I'd like to express my gratitude and pay respects to representative of the U.S. Embassy who apologizes for not being able to make it this afternoon. They send their love and best wishes. Principals, staff of supporting schools, St. James Secondary, Woodbrook Secondary, Diego Martin Central, St. Joseph Convent, St. Joseph, St. Francois, El Dorado Secondary, and Tranquility Secondary. Thank you all for choosing to spend your evening with us. Parents, guardians, well-wishers, friends and family, thank you, thank you, thank you. So who are we? Who is Girl Be Heard? Girl Be Heard is a program birthed from Girl Be Heard Institute in the United States of America. Actually, it's New York City to be exact. We have been here since 2017, developing, celebrating, and amplifying voices of young women and girls through socially conscious theater making and storytelling and performance. Why? Why do we do this? Now, there are some questions that will help answer that one question tonight. And it's a question for us, for everyone in this room, to ponder on. And at the end of the program, after you have heard these ladies, you will recognize why we do this and how a program like this will benefit each and every one of us. So some of these questions are, when you look into the mirror, who do you like, who or what you see? Are you able to express how you feel? How do you feel? As we wake up on mornings, do we look in the mirror and say, thank you, Lord. This is me. This is who I want to be. How many of us are willing to say, I'm not doing very well today. I need someone to talk to? Are we able to speak out against the ills of society, domestic violence, school violence, child abuse, human trafficking, bullying, the neglect of anxiety, poverty, climate change, and the list goes on? Our participants are here tonight doing just that, speaking out and ensuring that their voices are heard. They have taken a deep look into the mirror and are answering these questions. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy. And most importantly, give your support to these amazing young talents. And when I mean support, I mean truly support them. Most of these girls are coming out here, they'll be on stage for the first time in their lives, so they need the support. So at this time, I'd like you to focus your attention on the screen, and we're going to hear greetings from our sisters in New York City.
Good night, good evening, and welcome to Girl Be Heard Trinidad and Tobago's Unplugged performance, Girl in the Mirror. My name is Nella Pierre, and I am the Director of Programs for Girl Be Heard.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Danielle Doyle. I am the Community Partnership Manager at Girl Be Heard.
We are thrilled to bring you greetings on behalf of all of Girl Be Heard staff, community, participants, and supporters. We are excited that you are joining Girl Be Heard Trinidad and Tobago this evening for their performance of Girl in the Mirror.
I'm so excited for this show. You guys are going to be seeing poets and vocalists and activists, artivists doing their thing on that stage. Also, shout out to our Girl Be Heard Trinidad and Tobago Program Manager, Akai, doing your thing. Shout out to our amazing teaching artists, Veronique and Ariel. Thank you for all that you've done for our participants over there. And I am so excited to see the beautiful work that is going to take place on this stage tonight.
And we would be remiss if we did not also acknowledge the generous support of our funders, the Oak Foundation and the State Department. Thank you for your continued support of Girl Be Heard, for recognizing the importance of uplifting young voices, believing in storytelling, theater, performance, and the power of the arts to uplift and amplify social justice issues. Thank you to all the family and the friends who are here tonight supporting these young participants on their journey. We hope that you enjoy the show and that you are moved to action because of it. Thank you again. Have a wonderful night. Participants, break a leg.
All the legs.
So at this time, we are going to do what we should have done first, and that's listen to some house announcements.
Welcome to the Government Plaza Auditorium. Your safety is our first priority, and in order to accomplish this, it's essential that you are familiar with our emergency procedures. Bathroom facilities have been provided for you on the 3rd floor. The alarms are both audible and visible. No evacuation drills are planned for the duration of your event, so if the alarm sounds, please treat this as a real emergency event. Your muster point is the Brian Lara Promenade. In the event of an emergency, please evacuate the auditorium immediately by using the nearest emergency exits. Exits are located to the left and right of the stage and on the upper entranceway. Please take a moment to note the exit nearest you. Use the evacuation stairwells only. Do not use the elevators. Follow the directional arrows and signage and proceed out of the building. You are then required to assemble at the Brian Lara Promenade. Do not re-enter the building until instructed to do so. On behalf of the management of the Urban Development Corporation, we trust you will have an enjoyable experience here. Thank you.
Thank you. So that's it for me, everyone. Tonight's about 15 young talents. So, and here are the hosts of tonight's Unplugged show. We have Ariel, they're teaching artists. They're Girl Be Heard's very own teaching artists, Ariel and Veronique. So let's put our hands together and welcome Ariel and Veronique.
Hello, hello, hello. Greetings, everyone. Thank you so much for being
evening,
here
everyone.
this evening.
I am Veronique Francois,
And I am Ariel John.
and we are the hosts of this evening's event. And I can't wait for you to see what we have, what these young people have in store.
Yes. So the theme for this year is the girl in the mirror. So I'm really looking forward to hear some of these meditations that these young women have been having about themselves, about their identity.
These reflections, right?
Yeah.
These
Amazing.
So just a little bit of background. These young people have been working with us since when? Since January.
Yes.
And they've been working really hard, perfecting their pieces, working on their stage performance, and you're going to see it represented here this evening. One of the things that we love about, well, at least me, I don't know if I can speak for both of us. One of the things I love about being a teaching artist is seeing these young people grow from strength to strength. They start off, they're very timid. Mm-hmm. They don't know what to write. They don't know how to perform. And then they graduate, and then they come on stage here to perform. So it's a really beautiful experience.
Yeah, and for a number of them this evening, this is actually their first stage presentation ever in life. So, we really hope that as an audience, you're going to love on them, you're going to listen really well, you're going to give them all the applauses, and just really celebrate them in these moments.
Yeah, definitely. One of the things that I really, really appreciate about working with these young people is that you learn so much from them as well, right? And speaking of teaching and learning, one of the things that we're gonna do this evening, and we always start the show like that, is have one of the lovely teaching artists, lovely teaching artists perform. And tonight, this evening, we're gonna have the lovely Ariel John, my fellow teaching artist. She's an amazing poet, a storyteller. She just became a mother, so she has the stories. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the poet, the storyteller, Ariel John.
generations old that Saturday morning cartoons and Sesame Street put there. That my father's collection of Kung Fu and Western movies put there. That my grandfather's religion of boxing and wrestling that he used to call wrestling put there. That low self-esteem put there. That kneeling down on the cold tile church floor put there. That being a yes woman all the time put there. That my empty of self until there was no me left to keep me put there. A hunch down my neck that I used to bow to my Instagram app, to my laptop screen, to my library of books, whatever makes me feel like I belong in this world. And it causes a caving in of my chest so that I do not have to believe I am worthy of my own breath all the time. A caving in of my chest so that my shoulders are fixed into a shrug of I don't know, because to know is to become responsible for knowing, and my body wants to bend itself away from any blame, and so I cave in and hide inside of it. It is safer that way. To doubt my spine into a slouch makes me collapsible, a compliant fixture in any relationship, able to be folded and stored away at will. But to lift my neck is to allow my brain access to my heart. To lift my neck is to allow its swivel to be yes or no, or whatever my heart wants to decide. To lift my neck is to be sure my head sits surely on my shoulders, and to pull my shoulders back is to fix the fallen bridge of my collarbone. It is to mend my way back to love. To pull my shoulders back is to say it with my chest. It's to say it with my chest without fear of dismissal. It is to mend my way back to love. To pull my shoulders back is to speak with my chest. It is to have it echo its way into the world. Have it carry a note and resound and stay there. To straighten my spine is to say that I have one, that I have my power to walk in and not the shadow of another. To straighten my spine is to rid myself of the depression, of the sinkhole of myself. To lengthen my spine is realignment with all that is good and God about me. It is making my womb my center of gravity, and that journey is anything but straightforward. It is self-correcting until habit forms. It is learning how to have my own back first. It is learning how to support myself first so that I could then support others. A core satisfied with its own density. To straighten my spine is to mount the center pole of my home, the thing that the rest of this body crowds around to make this a temple, one worth their worship, my spine, the last prayer holding up this church of bones. Thank you.
Yes, give it up again for Arian John.
Setting the stage for our Girl Be Heard Trinidad and Tobago participants. So all you know, if the TA is singing so, you all can imagine how the participants singing, right? And so we're starting the ball rolling. This is one of our largest cohorts. It's 15 girls strong. So we've been going, like I mentioned, that we've started since 2016, 2017, and we have been going from strength to strength. We have girls from all over Trinidad and Tobago joining this program. So starting us off is a girl by the name of Alicia. She is a 15-year-old girl. A whole crew there, why? What is this? Right, let me read the bio. Okay. Alicia is a 15-year-old girl who enjoys cooking, swimming, and is interesting conversations. She also sings, guys. She attends St. James Secondary School and would like to become a social worker and a marriage counselor. I'm telling you, she has a passion. I like this screen again. She has a passion for helping people and is zealous about standing up for others. Presenting This Is Me, Alicia Simon.
I am very much capable of achieving anything. Yes, certainly, I am strong and courageous. I classify myself as a child of God, a person who can do all things through Christ, a girl who is more precious than silver, gold, or even rubies. I see myself as different, and that is who I know I am. I often hear the common phrase, she feels she older. Well, I am not sorry for knowing that I am self-assured and optimistic, or believing that I am more than able to accomplish far beyond anyone's expectations. I am very much able, despite being a female. I am learning how to embrace my beautiful melanin complexion and thriving to be a humble darkie. I may act strong at times, but when I tell a big girl has emotions too. I may not always be in a good mood, as well as live up to society's beauty standards all the time. But despite that, I know my self-worth and dignity. The sky isn't only for birds. The sky is the limit. I am not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship. Thank you.
All right. Keep that noise going for Alicia Simon. All right, wonderful. I love this audience already. We're now getting started on all the warm here. Good. All right, so our next participant coming up to the stage, this student has such a wonderfully charming smile, very warm personality. I'm talking about Narissa McPhee. Narissa is a 15-year-old girl who likes reading, listening to music, and learning new things. Right now, she's a Form 4 student who aspires to be a corporate lawyer. Currently, she's learning to be more confident, speaking in front of big crowds and using her voice to tell stories. Coming to perform My Safe Space. Put it up, ladies and gentlemen, for Narissa.
What is my brave space? If I'm being truly honest with myself, it's my toilet. Now, who would choose a toilet as a brave space? Well, yours truly. This little niche of mine came about when I was half the age I am today. Whenever I was sad, I would go to the one place I wouldn't feel judged for it, where I could speak freely and not be laughed at. It is the room where I choose to detach from the confines and sealed bars of the outside world. It is also where I come up with different scenarios of how my life might turn out to be. I find myself here so often that I leave my family wondering what could she be doing in there this long? Because whether it's sadness plus fears, on stormy nights, or laughter till tears, on sunny bright days, my toilet is my brave space, all morning, noon, and night.
All right. All right. How many of us could relate to that? I remember the first time she read that piece first, I was like, yeah, boy, sometimes you just need to be by yourself on the porcelain throne. All right. Y'all enjoying the show so far? I really hope so. I really hope so. We have so much more in store for you. Up next is a young lady named Samara. I loving it. Yeah, I give it Aria. I love this one. It's like, Samara is a 15-year-old girl and she loves to read, bake, and sing. She would like to become a children's dietitian, and she aspires to use her skills to share her knowledge about health to everyone she meets. Performing portals, Samara Fraser.
Maybe it's big, maybe it's small, maybe it's real, maybe it's false. Whether it makes me smile or whether it makes me frown, it keeps me intrigued and wanting to know more. Galaxy after galaxy, dimension after dimension, I just cannot stop. Expressing myself in different ways with different people in different worlds in time and space. Why can't fight dragons, fall in love with vampires, be a part of a werewolf pack, or be a suspect in a murder mystery? From Dog Diaries to Taken Captive, those 104 books will always be in my memories. It's an addiction. Reality just got an eviction. It's a home and people I didn't know I needed. Fiction or non-fiction, my books will always be a place where I could be me, be free, my personal sanctuary.
Keep that applause going for Samara. Thanks, y'all, for supporting these young people so beautifully. Up next, our participant coming up to the stage is one of our elder students in the cohort, one of our more senior students. And her name is none other than Kyla James. Kyla is a 17-year-old girl who obviously has a lot of support and love, who enjoys watching Netflix movies and series in her free time. Kyla has a great position for learning and experiencing new things. She would love to travel around the world and aspires to study political science to one day become one of our nation's leaders, a parliamentarian. Give your love to Kyla James.
Rumors, stories, gossip. The amount of things I heard about myself makes me sometimes wonder about my authority. As to, wait now, that what you do? Nah, could never be. Wait, that what you do there, Kyla girl? These days, humans will see you take one false action and try to define you. They will hear one thing, and one time, they want no part of you. Stereotype you nice. If you give our beloved humans a chance, they will try to turn you into their own puppet. What? But over my dead body, because I am the writer of my own story. I am not a shy person, let me put that out there. Nor a loud one too. Brought up by two generations, the old and the new. But not that person who's going to take your abuse because you feel you better than me. No. A daughter, a sister, a niece, a cousin, a granddaughter, a hustler, a warrior, a giver, a motivator, a future politician in the making, a friend. Boldface, mean, self-absorbed, moody. I heard it all. But at this point in my life, one must know themselves. Love me or hate me, take me or leave me, it's just that simple. But it don't matter because I love me. I am Kyla James, your future woman empowerment. Thank you.
Yeah, Kyla! Oh my word! Power! She said, at this point in her life, one must know themselves. Y'all, if I was that sure myself at 17, I might have been in space on a ship or something. And I was soaring in the skies. All right, moving right along, y'all. We have a young lady coming up next. Her name is Cassidy. She is 14 years old, and she loves writing. And she loves writing, swimming, and riding her bike. She aspires to be a pediatrician, and Girl Be Heard gives her the opportunity to express herself creatively and gives her the chance to speak out on issues women face every day. Coming to the stage now, Cassidy Rojas.
When you see me, you see a blue skirt, a white shirt, and brownish shoes. When you see me, you see a convent girl, defined by her schoolwear, defined by her friends, the ends she does live on, but that is not me. That is something I refuse. I refuse to be labeled as an item, to be restricted by only what they see. Well, maybe they can't see clearly because labels don't give you an in-depth description, only a portion, a proportionated version of me. So let me introduce myself. My name is Cassidy Rojas, and it's nice to meet you. Who, might you add? Well, I'm that small 14-year-old girl who wants to travel the world, that small girl afraid of planes but dare not complain. I hope you understand me when I say I am indecisive but decisive, adventurous but not rebellious, pessimistic yet very positive. I am me. Might be confusing for you, so I'll make it simpler. 2 personalities, 1 body, 1 mind, 1 lifetime, 1 of a kind. Don't know which one to embody, so I choose both. I'm not shy, but I'm not loud. I'm not really the type to stand out in a large crowd, but then again, I might not even be there. See, I can be as quiet as a mouse, but it's all about situations, locations, conversations. So you see, there's more to me. More to me, more to you, more to us, because labels don't define us. If you want a defined definition, come ask us. Uniforms masking our identity, honestly, it's ridiculous. At first glance, our destiny is chosen. Our past, it's written. Assumptions, accusations, but no real questions. Ask us who we are, because then, maybe then you'll see that there's more to you, more to me, behind that school label, masking our identity. Thank you very much.
Cassidy Rojas, everybody. Yes. One of the really beautiful things about this program is that a lot of you may or may not know that initially we had started off our sessions back in 2017, I believe, at Bishop Centenary. And since then, we have become a program whereby different girls from different schools, from different walks of life, different backgrounds, so many different stories get to come together into one space in an after-school program setting, and they're able to share themselves with each other. And that, so, you know, Cassidy repping for the convent girls, but there's so many other different students in the sessions, and it's a really beautiful, that plurality has been really enriching for all of us, I would say. Coming up next to the stage is none other than one of our, this student, she brings the fire when she comes into the room, right? She don't take anything just so. She has to give her opinion, and she knows that her voice matters. She's coming up to do a piece called What It Shouldn't Be. Cassie is a 15-year-old girl who enjoys cooking and baking, writing poems, and playing volleyball. She's becoming the best person she could be and excelling in everything that she does so that she could reach her goals to become a culinary artist and have her own business. Give your support to Cassie Jackson.
Anywhere, and I mean anywhere, but home. Aren't I supposed to feel comforted at my home, not alone? It's supposed to be a space where I can be myself without being judged. It's supposed to be a space where I can be free to dance or just fool around, but just be me. It's so sad when you have to hide from your family, the same people that raised you, the same people that's supposed to know the real you. But that's not the case. With family, there comes judgment, gossip, and the one that takes the cake, betrayal. They lure you in with the basics. Oh, I'm here for you. You know, you can't tell me anything. But that's not true. Don't trust it. You're setting yourself up for a disaster that has no escape. Your words will be used against you like you're fighting a dragon in a ring. You'll feel as though you have just fallen into a dark pit of lies. I'm warning you, don't trust these liars. Sometimes your brave space is just not the space you want it to be. And that's okay. Honestly, it's safer that way.
Thank you very much, Cassie. Y'all. Y'all, we here at Girl We Heard, a part of our process is that I'll give these girls, sometimes we give these girls prompts, and all sorts of things come out in their writing, y'all. We did not write any of the pieces here tonight. All of the pieces are coming from the heart of these young people. All of them are coming from the heart, y'all. Pieces that some of these pieces could relate to us as adults. Some of us still feel kind of weird around our family, etc. So we're really thankful for programs like Girl Be Here that give young people these opportunities to raise their voices on various issues. Coming up next, we have a young lady. Her name is Khalees, and she is 14 years old, and she enjoys late night walks in the rain, I'm hoping with her parents. She loves the Twilight series, but I mean, who doesn't love the Twilight series? And of course, she loves reading. She is trying to get by in school with the best grades that she can and wishing one day to become a crime scene investigator, and we know that we need plenty of those in Trinidad. She uses her creative mind and writing skills, writing abilities to raise awareness for serious matters that are constantly being pushed under the rug. Performing the girl, Khalees Richardson.
She yelled at those she loved. She was enraged. What was she thinking of? She slammed the doors with such force, the glasses shattered. It wasn't her fault, of course. Do you think she's mean, loud, obnoxious, spoiled? Well, she'll tell you she's not that if you asked her. Yes, at times she's a little rude, and sometimes she yells. But she's just a girl who's trying to make her way through life, a girl who's always asleep, the one who always eating. She's the girl who observes. She's the girl who knows A, like the curly-haired boy from the 5'2", but he is in love with the enemy. The girl who knows T is pregnant even though she just turned 13. She knows S hates L, but they're always together. She's the one that knows she lost control of her life. And even though she's angry, some will describe her as cold. The truth is, she's all alone. Her days are blackened, trying her best to mend the broken pieces, questioning what had happened. No matter how hard she tries to change, that's who she is. That's who she'll always be. The girl who'll always be labeled as angry. The girl they won't try to understand. The one they won't bother listening to.
Give it up for Khalees. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that, Khalees. How much of our young life, our teenage life is spent trying to belong, trying to be understood by others, especially the adults in our lives. And in Girl Be Heard, we do our best as best practice not to censor our young people, allow them to tell their truths in the clearest ways possible, in the most respectful ways possible, and in the most empathetic ways possible. So I think Khalees is a really beautiful reflection of that. Coming up next is none other but a young woman by the name of Tyra. Tyra is a 15-year-old girl. Yes. It's a 15-year-old girl who enjoys listening to music, writing, and dancing. She's currently studying for her CSEC exams and wants to become a psychiatrist one day. She hopes to use her talkative and insightful ways to inspire others to be courageous. Coming on to perform Who Do You Think I Am is Tyra Joseph. Put your hands together. Appreciate you. Thanks, Daddy.
Who do you think I am? To be honest, there's no one side to me. I can be loud, then quiet, mean, then kind, adventurous, then lazy. I can go on and on about the different labels my friends can give, but is that truly me? I'm as indecisive as it gets. But is that what I am? I'm rebellious, then compliant, loud, then super quiet, smart, then sometimes not so smart. Should I continue? From the outside, you see a slim, tall girl who looks a little tired at times, but once we talk, I'm all smiles. To others, I may appear aggressive at first, which is kind of true when I'm ready. But what does any of that matter? Ladies come in all different shapes and sizes. What makes me any difference? Is split personality? Heard that from a girl last week. Slim and tall. What are you, trying to be a model? Hey, if times get rough, if you know what I mean. I'm not sure who you think I am. And maybe I am just like the other girls. But hey, that's just me.
Tyra, everybody! Oh, then she told on me and all, This is this. Who do you think I am? Y'all, here in this Girl Be Heard program, we give these participants an opportunity to, do some reflection about who they think others think they are and who they think they are. And that piece definitely reflects that. Moving right along, I hope that you're enjoying the show. We're almost at the half of the program. Yes. I hope that you're enjoying the show so far. So we have a young lady coming up right now. Her name is Kylie. She is 14 years old. And she loves drawing, reading, painting, and food. She is homeschooled and aspires to raise awareness on issues such as suicide and sexual assault using her visual at Performing the Market. Give it up, everybody, for Kylie Rudette.
Aforetime, there was a young girl with a smile brighter than the sun. Even sunflowers would turn to her. Such a lovely girl she was. Every Saturday, her mother, sister, and her would go to the market. She loved going to the market. She got to see her friends, uncles, and even pets that some people would bring. She just loved the atmosphere, the vibe, the smell of the food, the green trees lining the side of the road. She loved. Do not assume that this is a happy story. Not all stories are truthfully told. He had no excuse, no reason. She was only 9 years old. 2021. She was happy again. She was ready to give the world a try. Yet sadly, the chapter repeats. Her cousin? That'd be a joke. He wouldn't do that to her. That's family. But not so Sadie's brown turtle. She locked herself in a well and swore to never leave that well again. And she didn't. Until 2022. She was no longer the girl who loved. Her smile no longer shined nor showed. The sunflowers looked as tired as her. How could she possibly trust anybody again? In her eyes, everybody betrayed her. But a creak was heard. A glowing hand lighting up the walls of that mossy well. Are you okay? It questioned. Silence replies to the hand. Please, let me help you. She rises off of that floor for what was a year that felt like eons. 2023. There is a girl. Her sister beside her. Together, their smiles make the brightest sun look like a fool. Together. She is no longer alone. No. She has her sister beside her. She steps onto the train leading to the city of hopes with her mind finally at ease.
Make some noise for Kylie. It's so wonderful. Kylie has such an exquisite pen, and she's an incredible writer, creator of stories. Coming up next to our stage this evening is none other than a young woman called Zafia. Zafia, yeah. Zafia is a 16-year-old who enjoys crocheting, being around her family and friends, and going to the beach. She's currently participating in many different activities to provide her future self with different paths to choose from. Put your hands together for Zafia LePlat.
Who am I? Who are you? Said the world to a little girl who knew no good or evil. She was new to this game called life and had no clue what awaited her in the future. As the years went by, she learned that she was brave, outgoing, and creative. But the world tried to tell her otherwise. The world tried to tell her that she needed to be a quiet young lady who should be seen and not heard. But what the world didn't know is that this girl had figured out who she was, and that she had learned how to stand tall and tell it she no longer had to be what it thought of her. She was now a girl who could stand up for herself and those around her, who always tries to put her best foot forward and excel in whatever she's doing. In the end, I know that all of this is true because that girl is me. I have chosen to ignore the words of this world and what it thinks of me, as I no longer have to ask it the question of, who am I? Because I know the answer. I am Zafia, a brave, outgoing, and creative young lady. Nothing can change who I am. Nothing can make me forget my experiences because they have helped shape me into who I am today. I am me. I am exactly who I'm meant to be.
Thank you, thank you, Sophia. I am me. I am exactly who I'm supposed to be. Y'all, I mean, I really, really enjoy seeing these girls mature on stage, and they give us so much trouble in practice. But they just come here, they just come here and just mash up, fine, like Chili Baby on the stage. Y'all, we'll move right along. All right, coming up next, we have a young lady by the name of Letitia. Yes, Letitia, and she is 17 years old, and she enjoys netball, music, and having fun. She is currently studying for her CSEC 2024 exams, and she wants to become an interior designer one day. She is determined to develop her abilities and to overcome her fears of the world. Performing Portrait of Me. Welcome, everybody, Letitia Richards.
You say I'm jealous because I may not have all the things that you do. But why? You say I mean because I stand up for myself. That's crazy. You say I'm selfish because I try to protect my peace. Really? You say I am unworthy because I don't fit in what society says that a girl should be. Are you serious? Let me tell you who I am, who I really am. I am a girl. I am Letitia. I am proud of who I am and who I am becoming. I am caring. I am considerate because I think of others over myself. But most importantly, I am worthy. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of joy. I am worthy of all the good things that life has to offer. I am worthy of peace. I am worthy of happiness because my mama taught me that I shouldn't let anyone steal my joy. I cannot be compared with anyone else because there's only one me. I work hard to make things happen because there's no one can define who I am but me.
Letitia. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Letitia, for that endorsement, that self-endorsement. This is who I am. Take me or leave me. Up next this evening, we have a young woman by the name of Sapphire. We had Zafire earlier, now we have Sapphire. Sapphire Rodney is a 15-year-old girl who enjoys reading, writing stories, poems, and chocolate. She's currently trying to find her place in the world and do well at school to meet her goal of becoming a pediatric surgeon someday. She joined Girl Be Heard program in the hopes of overcoming her anxiety, to socialize, and to meet new people, and hopefully find some new friends, because why not? Put your hands together, everyone, for Sapphire Rodney.
I cry myself to sleep at night. It's become a ritual, a way to cope with the pain that constantly weighs me down. I bury my feelings deep within myself, afraid to let anyone in. Whenever I do try to open up, people make it about themselves, and I end up feeling even more alone than before. It's a lonely existence, suffering in silence. Nobody cares, not really. It's sad, but that's the reality of it. People only care about you when you're giving them something that benefits them. Even then, they'll show that they don't care about you. I've learned this lesson the hard way, time and time again. I've given my all to people only to be discarded when they no longer needed me. It's a vicious cycle that never seems to end, yet I continue to put myself through it. Sometimes I wonder if I'm the problem. Maybe I'm not doing enough, not giving enough. But then I realize that it's not me, it's them. They're the ones who are selfish and shallow, who only care about themselves. And yet, despite this, I still find myself willing to do anything for them. I know it's foolish, but I can't help it. Maybe it's because I'm afraid of being alone, or maybe it's because I believe that someday someone will care about me for who I am and not for what I can give them.
Thank you so much for that piece, Sapphire. Yo, imagine the bravery of this young woman to come up here and lay her all of her emotions on the stage. Give it up again, y'all, for that beautiful piece. And sometimes I felt that so much. Sometimes you really had to cry yourself to sleep. Sometimes I get it, y'all. The range of pieces these young people, the range of pieces that these young people write, it is mind blowing, y'all. It's mind blowing. We almost at the end. Almost at the end. But we have a few more pieces, so sit tight, don't go away. All right, coming up next, let me tell you the name of the piece first. So the name of the piece is Warrior. That's the name of the piece. I need to say it like that. Right, and it's going to be presented by a young lady called Crystal. Crystal is a 16-year-old girl. Let me tell you something else. And she's from Jamaica. That's real important for me to say. She didn't want me to say, but I'll tell you anyway. Right, she is from Jamaica, and she is an introverted, intuitive, feeling and perspecting person. She enjoys anything art-related, loves music, and wants to learn the guitar. She wants to become a psychiatrist and aspires to overcome her fear of social interactions. Performing Warrior. Give it up for Crystal James.
I am a warrior, getting ready for battles while still recovering from previous ones, and covered in scars from ones I almost didn't make it out of alive. I am a mirror for all the innocent girls that have been wrongfully done in the past. I am open arms for anyone that needs a hug, because I also know how it feels to desperately need one, but can't see anywhere to receive one. I am a safe place where you can feel free to open up and tell me your problems without fear nor judgment. I am a friend that is willing and ready to protect the ones I call mine. I am a fragile and delicate, but also a strong soul. I am also a bit lonely and sad at times. And I am struggling in more ways than one, but in the end, I know that it'll get better, because no matter how bad someone or something has affected me, it does not control nor does it define me. I do. I say who I am.
Power, power, power. Thank you, Crystal. I don't know if you all caught that last sentiment. Despite whatever happens to any one of us in here, we ultimately get to decide who we are, how we respond, who we become in those moments, right? Those moments that shake us and rock us, right? So thank you, Crystal, for that real important reminder all the way from Jamaica. Coming up next to the Girl Be Heard Trinidad and Tobago stage is none other than Danica. Yeah. Big up Danica. Danica Linton is a 16-year-old powerhouse who enjoys music, reading, and writing. She's currently studying for CSEC examinations and wants to become either a criminal lawyer, forensic psychologist, or an author. She is very outspoken. In class all the time. She is a very outspoken individual who ensures that her voice is always heard. Put your hands together for Danica Linton.
According to society, this is the definition of perfect. Button nose, small cat-like eyes, smooth face, silky hair, dainty hands, small waist, big boobs, and a big butt. Small cat-like eyes? Meow, I guess. Now, if you want all of this, call Kim Kardashian West or maybe even Kylie. From the womb, I messed up these steps, which is ironic because my best friend Egg in the womb decided she would give Earth life a try. She chickened out and pushed me instead. I thought, okay, your loss, I guess, only to come out like one little mess. Finally got diagnosed with arthrogryposis multiplex congenita. You try saying it, mouthful, I know. Basically, a joint condition, 1 in every 30,000 births. Special, I used to think so up until Sonnet 4, Sonnet 5. I hated the fact that society would refuse to view me as normal, even more now so as we're in Form 4. You'd think Form 4s would be more accepting. According to somebody, I'd be better off in Ishis. If you ask me who I think I am, I'd tell you this. I'm that one friend whose shoulder you can cry on even if you have to stoop a little bit to reach. And that one friend who has everything in my pencil case, an extra fork in my lunch kit, sometimes an extra juice. And that one friend who will listen to all your pains and sorrows and try and mend it the best I can. At the same time, I'm a person lost among my thoughts, trying to put together the pieces to see if I can figure out who I actually am. I'm that one person who knows all the latest celebrity gossip and can tell you an entire story from a serial killer documentary. At the end of the day, you can look at me and make all your assumptions, but I'm really just me.
What? You want it off the stage? All Oh my God, let's see how she just run off the stage after the visa. She just run off the stage like she didn't just match up the places. She just run off the stage. Y'all, oh my word. And she telling me back, says, Miss, I'm afraid. And she come on stage here. Mash up everybody. Like, oh my word. Y'all. Y'all know we have another show coming up, right? We have another show coming up later on this year. Imagine this how they are now. In the next 3 months. All yeah. Watch me. All right. Let me be myself. Y'all, we have come to the end of the single almost to the end of the single performance. We have one last person to come on, and that will round off our 15 participants for this cohort. So this is a young lady. She's 16 years old, and she enjoys chess, swimming, hanging out with her friends. She's currently studying for her CXC examinations and wants to pursue a career in mathematics. I know, right? She enjoys storytelling and reading and tries to use those things to change the world. Anchoring our Girl Be Heard Trinidad and Tobago cohort 2023, performing My Brave Space is a young lady that goes simply by Kim.
brave space is not defined by walls or ceilings. It's not a physical place that can be seen or touched. My brave space is a state of mind, a space that I create within myself. It's a space where I can speak my truth without fear of judgment or ridicule, and I will be heard and respected. My brave space is where I can challenge my own beliefs and explore new ideas without hesitation. It's a space where growth and learning are encouraged, and mistakes are seen as opportunities for growth. In my brave space, there's no room for hate or discrimination, only love and acceptance for all. It's a space where differences are celebrated and diversity is seen as a strength, not a weakness. My brave space is a place of empowerment, a space that I carry with me always. It's a space that I strive to create for others as well. So let us all create our own brave spaces and invite others to join us on this journey. For when we create spaces of courage and compassion, we can truly change the world for the better.
Put your hands together for Kim. Kim. You'll hear that, creating spaces of courage and compassion. We have a better world, all right? So thank you, Kim, for closing us off so beautifully. We have one more, one more offering for you all. But before we do that, we would like to listen and have one of our alumna students come up and share. This particular girl, this person, she was in our former cohort, which was just 2022. She is in love with languages. She is an incredible spirit. She, at the present moment, she is at St. George's College fighting up with the Cape Monster. Can you put your hands together for Zariel Thomas?
Good night, everyone. Okay, so the piece I will be performing tonight is called Social Constructs. Warning. The objects viewed by this mirror may be distorted by the social constructs of its system. In order to have a clear view, step as far away as possible. Wipe the cloud of smoke from your eyes that make just being you seem impossible. Haven't you ever wondered why your beauty was never considered beautiful? Unless some deemed that your brown skin, hyperpigmentation, and large as life hair were a hit. Just wait a minute. It gets worse. Social construct says that it's okay to be thick in the thighs, yet not have knowledge that expands to the skies. Social construct says that if they deem you beautiful, that's all you need. They plant seeds of the fiends, and they appoint the four-prong of self-deceit that's disguised as making you feel included and complete. The social constructs constructed by us construction workers says that you can never be enough unless you're caked up in their makeup. Mirror, mirror in this hand. Quick, show me everything I'm needed to be equipped with in order to be considered the fairest of them all, before these construction workers decide they no longer feel the foundation of this wall. As I hold this to my face, I'm emptied of myself and filled by the whispers intended to cause self-hate. This world has become a dog-eat-dog, every man for themselves contest. I can't let them get the best. I can't let them get. I can never be enough. My blemishes says that I am not able to be a part in the skit called Epitome. Your skin can never glow. There are others that glow more than me. Don't dare dress to impress. You're looking for male attention. Pretty hurts, but it's better than being content with myself. Warning, the individual viewed through this mirror feels insecure by the social constructs that she cannot meet. Thank you very much.
Give it up for
Thank
Zariel.
you very much, Zariel Thomas.
Yeah.
You know, we after the 6 months of the program, and these girls come and they perform at this show and then at the next show, we don't just say, okay, all right, bye, and we throw them away. You know, they stick around. They come and perform as a alumni at other shows. They enter our drama club as Be Entertainment. They join our choir. They do amazing things after the program. They don't just disappear. So yeah, that's one of the examples you can see that after the program, these amazing talented poets, writers, storytellers, they continue their work and they continue to spread awareness about various topics.
Yes, so to close us off for this evening, you all have been such an incredible audience. We'd just like to invite back on stage the entire cohort of 2023.
Yes.
Girl Be Heard, Trinidad and Tobago.
Adventurous, extraordinary, artistic, talented, proud, ambitious, smart. And that is who I am. Yes.
Wonderful. So this is the cohort.
Girl Be Heard, Trinidad and Tobago, cohort 2023.
All right, so we'd just like to invite our participants to have a seat at the edge of the stage. This is the opportunity for our audience members to be able to ask our girls any questions you have about the program, about their experiences, perhaps about something you heard this evening that stayed with you, that resonated. Please feel free.
Nobody had no questions? This is your first? Okay, of course, Jaden. Wait. Come on, take the mic. Yeah, you gotta come down, because we can't walk up all them stairs.
Hi guys, so my name is Jaden. I'm from the first cohort, so your older sister. So what was your process from beginning of program to your mid-year showcase? Yes, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So
Right,
what
so
was
the
your
question?
process like?
Yeah.
That is what the question is. Okay, great.
It was truly scary interacting with other children, but now it's so challenging. Not challenging in a bad way, in a good way, that there's change. Because doing the same things over and over, being in that loop, having a change, it's just wonderful to me.
Anybody else would like to answer that question? What was the process like?
For me, the process was, at first, it was kind of nerve-wracking because you're interacting with new persons that you're not accustomed to. But then after a while, it became sort of like a therapy session where you start to look forward to the Tuesdays and the times you get to spend with the other girls, and you could interact with them and develop relationships and friendships with them. And it caused us to get out of our comfort zone and to express ourselves in a good way.
Lovely, lovely. We'll take one more. We didn't coax each other. I just say, you know. Yes? Okay. Oh, somebody else? Who? Okay, Crystal. Yeah, no problem.
For me, it was, at first I was a little scared because interacting with girls my age was never something that I was good at, and I didn't know if I would fit in. And now I'm glad that I did, because every one of the girls, every one of y'all are so welcoming, so nice. Y'all are like family. So,
All right, thank you very much, Crystal. Okay, so we'll take another question. Anything y'all want to ask the participants?
There's someone with their hands up. Okay.
I'm very proud of each of you. I know a few of you personally, and I think that you should be commended and encouraged for your courage, for your sincerity, for speaking your truth, and I think that this type of initiative and expression is needed, is really needed, and I just want to encourage you to continue to grow in the process and to keep speaking the truth with love and sincerity, and to keep shining your light.
Any more feedback from our audience? Questions, comments, donations? Anything up here?
Maybe.
With all that is going on with the peer pressure with young men especially, each one of them had very, very, very powerful piece. And what's in you,
Someone. Okay.
Am I seeing correctly? Is that a hand? Okay, I come in. Slowly but surely, I go reach. Say a prayer, everybody.
Good night to each and everyone. I'm very late. I asked my coworker to come and relieve me, but she get late, come down late. You know, I'm so proud, even though I am not here to hear everything, and I don't hear Crystal, I don't hear the other girls. Girls, congratulations, you're looking so beautiful. You're shining. And you know, this just give me, you know, the empowerment to say, Crystal, go ahead. Go ahead. If I could feel so good and I haven't heard them, you know, just a little part of it, I am so proud of you. And I will always put out more effort to see that she attend the program.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. All right. Comments, questions, since I'm on this side. Anybody on this side? Or make my comment? There we go. Okay, good.
A program like this, even as the young ladies would share their truths, I know for a fact that there will be an encouragement and strengthening not just for themselves, And so often in the older generation, even when I was girls, we heard, but even as young men, you grow up. I remember, 10, 11, 12, you were told not to share. You cannot express if you're sad as a boy, that kind of stuff. And you're seeing there's a shift in where that is concerned. And I just hope as we continue with time that we embrace the positives, because there are positives in the past, right? So we don't want to throw away the baby with the bathwater. So we keep the good, but also embrace these types of expressions so that we can forge a better society as we move on. Yeah. Lastly, I just want to say to Cassie, hello, I'm very, very strong.
Anyone else? Yes.
All right, everybody.
All right.
Privilege and honor to be here to see such wonderful talent. She's my daughter. I never saw this side of her at all. So it has brought some things in mind to me that I need to work on some stuff. But I mean, I wish I had a privilege like this at her age. And I'm grateful that I can see a lot of young ladies able to express themselves confidently, especially in a forum like this. So I want to just, congratulate all of you all for the wonderful effort tonight. And I pray that God continue to guide you all through this life, because I know there's so much distractions and challenges and influences negatively that could cause you to go astray. But I thank God for this program that will able to keep you all and guide you through to that path that God has. All right? So blessings to you.
Thank you, everyone.
I want to lift up as well the presence of all the fathers in the audience this evening. That's also really commendable. Thank you.
Big up for yourself.
Yes, there are a few hands in the audience. So there's someone standing up at the back.
You want me to bring the mic?
You need the microphone?
Okay. Everybody.
Great. Yes.
Congratulations. I know when you stand up on a stage how nervous you could be, but you all did an excellent job. And I don't want to express it, but your introspection, how you share, thank you for sharing with us, and continue the good work.
Thank you.
I really love this one, yes. I really love them. They're good vibes on here. I love them.
Loving up. They're just gassing up people. There was a hand on this side. Yes, please, go ahead. Do you need the microphone? No. Okay, great. I love it.
I would like to find out from these young ladies, from what was imparted to you, what you've learned, going back to your communities, is there any way you are seeing yourselves impacting or making a change, be it in your school, your little, as I said, your community, your areas? Do you think from what you have learned from this program, you can go back and make positive or any kind of change where you see it necessary?
Hi, good night. Yes, most definitely. I must say that it brought a different side of me that needed to be opened out, where I used to deal with situations very much differently, more aggressive, or sometimes a little, as I stated, mean, But now I'm more calm. I'm more humble to it. I'm leaving it as to like, okay, situations happen. There's nothing I can do about it. And it's either I would fuss and carry on about it and it's still not being done, or either I calm myself down and continue. And I think that happened. I saw it tremendously throughout my schoolwork, most definitely.
I used to go with a bad thought with my subjects where I would fail a subject and I'd be like, you know what, I done. I have no time for this right now. But last term, I found to myself that I'm carrying a positive thought. And I must say Girl Be Heard really brought that aspect and that mind of thought for me. So yeah, it really did. It really did.
Wow. Anybody? Okay.
Well, for me, it changed the way I think and view myself, because I am a critical and horrible self-doubter, right? And my mind gets so bad to the point where it breaks me down. And Girl Be Heard it's a support system. Anytime I would say something bad about myself or doubt something that I do, they would instantly tell me that no, that's not true, it's all in my head. And I really appreciate that, because I'm so shy, and I'm in social interactions, there used to be a lot for me. They used to be heavy for me. And Girl Be Heard made me feel so comfortable in my own skin, in my body, that the negative thoughts, they still come, but they don't affect me as much as they used to.
I really love hearing the experiences here. I just want to draw back to the question as well, right? That was asked about, what are you going to take these feelings, these emotions, this progress? How are you going to take that back to your communities, your friend groups, your family, your school? Is there any way that you can think about that you can bring this energy, what you've learned back to your community?
Hi. I'd say that I just believe you should express yourself. No matter what it is you're expressing yourself through, you should always express yourself. Keeping yourself under a blanket, even though that may be your brave space or safe space, it's not gonna go well. You'll just develop no way of coping with the outside. For me, after certain events, I shut people out and off. I just blanked people I cared deeply about. And I even invited some of them here. My story was to basically tell them, I'm ready again. I'm ready to be your friend. I'm ready to care for you. I'm open. And I just hope that my story encourages young girls to open up and be able to talk about sexual assault.
Thank you, Kylie. Is there anyone else? Yeah, sure. Hi.
Yes, like this young lady who just spoke about her story, okay? Mm-hmm. Now, your story was to highlight sexual abuse or whatever. Coming out of this, what do you think you can do to help other girls in their plight or other plights, or all of you highlighted something that affected you in some way. So coming out of this, when you go back to school, what are you going to do to help other girls in this plight? Danica, what are you going to do to help other girls who don't feel they measure up to all what? Convent girl What are you going to do so people will stop labeling you? Each of you highlighted something. So what I want to know is, when you leave here, all that was poured in, we already know how it affected you. But when you go back to school, when you go back home, when you go back by the shop, when you go by your aunt, when you go wherever, and you meet people, or are you not only going to wait till you meet people, but are you now not going to probably get together with one or two other girls like yourselves and try to make a change, make an impact? So somebody will know if they want to commit suicide. Shy girl was shy and she didn't know how to come into herself, but now with her strength, I can now go to help this person and say, well, listen, I was in this and this is what I did. This is what I learned. This is what we can do. This is what you can do. This is what I want to know from you all. What is the change, if any, that you all can make in your own space?
Yeah. There are a few things.
I feel like we could all go back out to schools and maybe start support groups there, because parents or teachers may feel like if it's just easy to talk about certain problems to them head on, yes, guidance counselors may be there to help us through what we may be going through, but sometimes it's easier to talk to people within your same age bracket who may know how to help you better than an adult may want to evaluate the situation. Yes, adults are there to help us at times throughout different situations and circumstances in life, but sometimes our peers and people around our same age bracket may be going through the same thing, and they might know what they want for them to get better, and they may know how to help other people get better. So maybe starting support groups and more programs like Girl Be Heard would help other females throughout the country.
I'll be honest, I kind of forgot the question a little bit. I just mostly want people to express themselves and talk about their problems. I think in 2021, I lost a good friend to suicide, and he was very young. He was my age that I am now, but he never opened up about it. And when he did, it was too late. It was like last minute, last episode. But if you open up about things, it helps people with diseases or sicknesses. If you talk about it, if you get to get some of that stuff off of your chest before you kick that bucket, it helps you live longer. It helps you, and when you go out without regret. So as well as Danica said, I think more support groups like Girl Be Heard should be made, no matter if it's in a community, a school, because I'm homeschooled, so. But no matter if it's in a community or a school, I think more support groups should be made, because there's more issues than bullying, sexual assault, suicide. There's more than that. And maybe they don't even have a label, but there should be more support groups, because things happen. And sometimes you may not be in the right house, the right place, anywhere, with the right people to talk about your issues. And support groups like Girl Be Heard is where you can talk about them. Even the other day, I was kind of having a panic attack, and I ran off in the middle of class. And Crystal comforted me. She said, "Don't be nervous, leave that to me." And it was so comforting. I wanted to bring her cookie the Thursday, but I couldn't because my sister said no. But just people like that in support groups in your home, anywhere, helps you so much. It helps you overcome things. It helps you not be scared to step on that train. It helps you just to overcome anything. Because beyond fear truly lies freedom, and that's just my belief.
And if I might just add very quickly as well, these girls have only been with us for about 3 months, right? And they have another 3 months to go. And in the second half of our programming, we look a lot at activism and how do you get involved in your community? How do you lend your support to other people beyond the program? So also to add to responding to your question, it is something that we activate on in the second half, where we're going to really think about some of, think together about, okay, me as an individual, how can I make my reach, extend my reach in the spaces that I occupy, right?
Okay, hi, good night. I think one of the biggest parts of people not speaking out about issues and situations that they are going through is the way we speak to them, the way we act towards them. So I feel like we could be more gentle and kind on our approach to people. We never know what they are going through. So a little kindness and a little gentleness might go a long way.
We have another question here. I can't really see in the dark now, boy. Oh, this way? Oh, over so.
Well, you have glasses and I need glasses, so both are we in trouble. I also can't see the person. We could hear you though.
Go ahead, I think. Yeah.
Hi, this is Mother. And I wanted to say it was to sit and see the sunflower. I know when she said that, was it you smile brighter than a sunflower? That is the truth. She would light up a room. To me, she was fearless. And to see you feel empowered tonight and enlightened, my heart is bursting for you and all of you. Even though some of you may have stepped out in fear, you all shone so brightly. And I want you all to keep moving forward. Life is not easy. Growing up is not easy. Home is never easy. Some parents are beyond supported. Some don't know how to support. So do not take it as they don't love you. Sometimes you have to understand that some people didn't get to support themselves, so they don't know how to. But I never gave up because I wanted to see her shine again. And I want to say that I hope you all keep growing. And Kylie, I love you and I am so proud of you.
I mean, Archives' website, we never know what happens in these talkback sessions. We do not know. We don't plan this, y'all. We do not plan the impact. You see how all of them just kind of huddle around. That's amazing. Really, really amazing, y'all. You're just going to take, just seeing 2 hands? 1 hand? Okay. 3.
It multiplying. Hey.
Let me go up.
We had to get all the people building soon, right?
There's no brochure, book, or flyer how to be a parent. And tonight, trust me, each one of you young ladies, as a man, I was moved, I was touched. Well, actually, I'm around my heart. So that just say it right there.
You know, this program, Unplugged, I've never heard of it until my daughter came. I was like, Daddy, I'm going to be here. I was like, it was like, she keep going and going, and then the trip to Parliament is when it opened my eye even more as to there is a way to help young ladies go through life. Look, because school, trust me, all of us went to school and we all was. And to be honest with you all of you young ladies, you all are doing a good job. Keep doing it. Don't stop. Always believe in yourself, no matter what the situation may come. It will have bad days, it will have good days, it will have sad, trust me, the world now is going to start forward. Just keep moving forward, push it forward. I'm not the best dad in the world, but I will try to always be there for you, Kylie. I love you. All of you young ladies, everybody here is full of love for you. And will continue to love you.
Just a few more. Yes. Boys Be Heard coming soon. All right. Beautiful. Do we have there was one more hand? Yes. Two more? Okay. I'll pass any mic here.
Good night, everyone. Oh, beautiful ladies, you all did such a fabulous job. You all should be proud of yourselves. You should, I hope this encourage you all to continue pushing, never give up. You all now started this journey, and you see that positive, output. Trust me, you will receive positivity. Yes? I am here to, celebrate Letitia and celebrate you all as well. But Letitia, she's my young cousin, and she has come very far. She has had a trying year. And Letitia, I am so proud of you. If mommy was here, she would have been bursting with loudness and love. So I just want you to keep your head up. Stand strong, stand firm, and continue walking in the way that you are walking. In all things, God is looking, and He will direct your path. So keep at it, okay, Letitia? We love you. We are standing here with you, and we are standing strong.
Water works inside here this evening. One more. Yes. Hello. You need the microphone? Yes. Come in. I'll go reach. I hope I can see through the tears.
Hi, good night, everybody. I'm the sister, Takai. Hi. I'm a girl that's your age, and it's very cool. Like days when I drop off Kai, hearing you guys practice. I mean, it's a little scary sometimes, but it is very cool hearing you guys be open. And I want to say I'm proud of you all that were able to come on stage today and speak. I love you all.
Thank you. All right. If I'm not mistaken, that would have been the last contribution from our audience. So thank you, every single person who made your way here this evening to celebrate our young people, to listen, to just love on them really, really hard, because that's what our young people need, right? We are cultivating communities of love, of beauty, of sustenance, of peace, and so many other great things. So thank you, families, friends, people who are going to contribute and donate, grantors. Thank you so very much for spending your evening with us. We know you had so many options, and you chose us, and we're grateful for that. So thank you, everyone. Get home safely. Did we have a vote?